Hi, glad you tuned in to part 2 on the topic pre-installed Zapper programs. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I'll link you to this video up here. And I'd say we'll start right where we left off in part 1. The 9th program on the Diamond Shield Zapper is the BOM Lyme Borreliosis program and lasts 39 minutes. Borreliosis is becoming more and more common, and unfortunately it's not only ticks that transmit Borrelia, but also mosquitoes or horseflies. And often you don't even know that you have the pathogens in your body, because there are dozens of symptoms that underlie a borreliosis. Since you shouldn't take a Borrelia infection lightly, I recommend you in this case to visit a frequency therapist who will take you by the hand and explain the exact steps that are important for you in this case. In the Lyme disease program, the frequencies of the pathogens responsible for Lyme diseases are stored. And in practice, it has been shown that especially people without acute symptoms can experience a worsening of, for example, joint pain after running the program. Therefore, this program can serve as an indicator, so to speak, whether there are perhaps pathogens in the body. As I said, I additionally recommend consulting with a frequency therapist and to consider the Zapper as an additional measure if you want to try an alternative therapy approach. The program BK, blood frequency according to Dr. Beck, lasts 30 minutes and runs at 3.92 Hz. It specifically combats blood parasites by directing the Zapper's current through the arteries running along the wrist. To do this, the wrist cuffs are placed on a forearm about 10 cm apart. A back blood purification application should always be perceived as pleasant, therefore, if necessary, regulate the intensity so that at most a slight tingling sensation is felt. The success is because the current is transported directly through the blood into the organism. The current flow within the blood alone can weaken the blood parasites. Apart from natural detoxification reactions, this blood electrification does not cause any side effects. But this is also why it's important to support the detoxification process in the body. I have been told that energized noni juice, a quarter of an hour before use, intensifies the effect. Next, we have here 72727 and it's 33.3 kHz, which is applied. This program contains a universal frequency according to Dr. Hulda Clark and can be used, for example, for the attenuation of germs in inflammatory and chronic processes. The frequency runs for 7 minutes and then there is a break of 20 minutes. The whole process is repeated 3 times, hence the name. The effect of this universal frequency is based on the square wave current with positive offset, which is an unnatural waveform. The best results can be achieved when damping down pathogens or parasites. Among other things, Dr. Clark had found out that pathogens can recover some time after the treatment, so she used this frequency 3 times in a row with the breaks in between. For more information, I recommend you to read the book The Cure for All Diseases by Dr. Clark. Then the Constant Zapp Program of 60 minutes. This is the same frequency, 33.3 kHz, but without pauses. Now comes the Zappicator Program with 1 kHz and a duration of 30 minutes. With the help of the Zappicator, Dr. Clark has found out that it's possible to energize food or neutralize the toxins or solvents contained in food or cosmetics. To do this, you need an additional device in the form of a board or a small case, which is connected to the Zapper. On it, you put your objects and they are zapped by means of the frequency of 1 kHz transmitted transmitted to a loudspeaker, but don't worry, the frequency range is not audible. For more detailed information, I recommend Dr. Clark's book, The Cure for HIV and AIDS. The plate zapping program with 29 Hz and 30 minutes duration is also a program originally developed by Dr. Clark. This is used to transfer the 29 Hz frequency to a plate. In contrast to normal zapping, in which one connects to two hand electrodes or wrist cuffs and current flows through the body with a set frequency program, in plate zapping a metal plate is interposed in the supplying current path, on which corresponding ampoules and drops can be placed as carriers of filter information. This can be helpful, for example, in the treatment of allergies or even individual organs. But I will make an extra video about this on occasion. And finally, on the Diamond Shield, you will find the EMS program, Electrical Muscle Stimulation, which has 10 Hz and lasts 40 minutes. It's a program that can be used to increase muscle mass, not so much to generate a lot of muscle mass because you should rather go to the gym. But it makes sense for people who suffer from muscle loss, for example, due to prolonged bedriddeness or paralysis. The program contains 2 different programs of 20 minutes each. For targeted muscle training, the EMS2 program is mainly used. You can use it for 1 minute for each muscle area and place the electrodes specifically on their respective muscle. This is where the adhesive electrodes would come in favor. The program generates pulses of 5 seconds with 4-second pauses. During the impulses, you can tense the corresponding muscles. 2 times a week is enough, otherwise you will get sore muscles. So that's it for part 2 on the topic of pre-installed Zapper programs. You can find all these programs on all 3 Zapper models. The Crystal Zapper has an additional program, the Crystal Program. If you're interested, you can find a video about it here on the channel in the category Spotlight. I hope you were able to get some information for yourself, and if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments and subscribe to this channel. In the info box below, I'll link you some interesting things about zapping with the Diamond Shield Zapper, and as always, you'll find 2 affiliate links where you can get a 5% discount on all your orders. So stay healthy and see you next time.